You guys begged me for this list after seeing it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and today is the day I finally have all the books in, and I'm going to reveal the living book list for the first half of my history year. Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I am a homeschool mom teaching my books in a Charlotte Mason way, and this is going to be an interesting year for me. So if you haven't seen it yet, I have a video where I explain that I'm breaking up our world history curriculum, which is 2 books from generations. There is Preparing the World for Jesus and Taking the World for Jesus. This is from creation to the crucifixion. This is the resurrection to modern day. And what I am doing is, this is supposed to be a 1-year curriculum with both of those textbooks. I am doing this one for 9th grade. I'm splitting it up in half, okay? So I made 36 weeks or 3 12-week terms from this book here, which is creation to the death and resurrection of Jesus. We're just going to do this book this year. And what I am doing is I'm adding in living books to kind of round out the year, make it a little bit more full. And I'm going to reveal the books that we're going to be using. So I have quite a few books. I'm going to try to do these in order as well. So yeah, I think I have them in order here. I'm going to try my best. So one of the things that I did was I took those 2 books and I split them in half, and I added it into these planning pages at the beginning of my Mardell planner. So there's these yearly overview pages in here, and if you want a video on how I did this, let me know down in the comments. I might make a video on that if there's enough interest. If not, then don't worry about it. But basically, I added in the weeks and what we would be studying in this yearly overview. I made a list in my notebook of books that I thought that we would want to study, like different topics, and where we would be at in history if I split this in half. So basically I decided to split the year in half. I made a list of all of these books, and then I kind of put them like on a timeline in my planner. And I was able to kind of plug and play these books here, and I've tried as best I could to line them up with the timeline in history that we would be reading about, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It took a little bit of effort for me to figure this all out and to plot these kind of like on a timeline. I basically took that first book and I wrote down the dates for every single chapter. So like the first one was from like creation to, you know, whatever date. And then chapter 2 was from this date to this date. And I wrote out every single chapter in both books. And I plugged in where each of these books would be at on that timeline. And I put them in order that way. So these are the books that I have decided we are going to be reading. Now, just as a side note, okay, if I feel like we're moving too fast through the books, I'll take out one of the books. I already know like which book I'm probably going to take out if we're moving too fast and I want to slow down if it's too much reading. But I do want to kind of put out there, my son reads really fast. He absorbs all of it, I've made sure, but he reads really fast. So just because we're reading this stack does not mean that everybody else needs to. This is tailored to my child. We're going to be reading about 2 chapters a day, which for him is nothing. And in some of these books, the chapters are really short. And because we've divided this into 2 different years, and we're only going to be reading this book, there are a lot of weeks where there's 10 weeks in here where we won't be reading any chapters in this book. So these living books, the stack of living books on my lap here, will be like replacing the reading here. So I do want to make that clear. He's not going to be reading a whole chapter a day in here and then 2 chapters in the living book, okay? So before your eyes bug out of your head like you're going to make him read that much. No, it's not going to be like that, I promise you. All right, the first book we're going to be reading, I've had this book from Master Books for years and we've never had a chance to read it. So we're going to read it this year, is Unwrapping the Pharaohs. And these chapters are really short. There's 28 chapters, I think, in here, or 29. And there's a DVD, which is really cool. So we're going to be reading this one first. And we're going to be doing 2 chapters a day, which is only like 6 pages maybe. So, and there's a lot of pictures. This is like a glossy, almost textbook type of thing. So I'm looking forward to this one. This one looks like it's going to be really fun for both of us. And before you ask, yes, I will be reading these books with him. The next one is G.A. Henty's The Cat of Bubastes. And this one is going to be a lot of fun because I have read about 4 or 5 chapters in this and I really like it. So I think this one's going to be a lot of fun to read. The next one is Hittite Warrior from Joanne Williamson. This one is going to be really fun too. I'm really excited about this one. This one is set in the time of Judges in the Bible. The next one I read with my oldest. This is one of my favorite ancient history books. This is God King, A Story in the Days of King Hezekiah. If you haven't read this one with your kids, this one is a great one. We did this as a read aloud. The next one is The Trojan War by Olivia Coolidge. The next one we will be reading is from Simply Charlotte Mason, and it's Plutarch's Life of Alexander. So this is a biography of Alexander the Great written by Plutarch, and there's accompanying videos that go with this. This one is a really short book, but it has videos, like a little video course, and we're going to be doing those videos along with this. The last one that I have is Ben-Hur, which I was a little nervous to get this one. I've never read Ben-Hur. We watched the movie and the movie was okay, but I've heard that the book is way better. So I got Ben-Hur, and if we have time at the end of the year, we will be reading Ben-Hur. I think we probably will, but if not, then this one is probably the one that we will not read. But I think we're gonna have enough time. So that is my ancient history book list. Now, with that, I have a couple documentaries that we're going to be watching, and I think that this is going to work out really great. So he's going to be kind of alternating back and forth between reading portions of this textbook and these books here. And like I said, there's going to be, I think, 10 weeks where he's not going to be reading anything out of this book, and we're going to be focusing solely on the living history books. So yes, it's going to have a Charlotte Mason flair. All of these books are great books, and I've read many of them in this stack, but I will be reading the books with him. It's only 2 chapters a day. It's really manageable. I'm not going to be reading them out loud. He's going to read them on his own, and then I'm going to read them on my own. And then we're going to kind of come together and have narration time, and we're going to do discussions about these books here. So I think this is going to be great. I will try to leave like links and stuff about these books down below in this description for you if you need to find them. I got them all on Amazon, so I didn't buy them from any curriculum company. I bought them from Amazon. So these are great books. The only one that I bought from a curriculum company was Plutarch, because I wanted the videos by Larry Hunt, and I can't get that on Amazon, so I bought it on the Simply Charlotte Mason website. So all in all, I think it's going to be a really fun year. Let me know if you have any questions down below, or if you have any other suggestions for me. I would love to hear from some of you Charlotte Mason moms who read living books. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy homeschooling.